some parents like sending their own listening to, but over there they pray. Huh? So number one.
You said number one.
Number one, no. Let us give it number one. Yes.
Group 1 or class 1. We know class 1 people, please. Deal gentle with us. Right, now our topic was dealing with a child who doesn't speak the truth or a lie. Right, so our objective is to make sure the person comes to know the essence of telling the truth. We are moving the person from that stage to the stage where the person will cherish the speaking of the truth. Right, now one thing we said here was that we want to find out why is it so that the person is engaged in such behavior. Now, if we want to do that, then we have to establish some element of relationship, closeness, rapport. We want to be closer to that child so that we find out why he or she is doing that. Then after doing that, we also want to engage the child in a conversation by asking him 1 or 2 questions to find out why he or she is also doing that. And then we in turn also tell the child the consequences of telling a lie. And then we try to enlighten the child about the importance of also telling the truth. Then the next stage, we also want to make sure that we give some examples. The contemplation stage where we want to cite an example to the child about people who told a lie and then how they ended up. We can also set, a teacher can also give an example of a personal experience, probably during our youth, what we did, and then the result that also came up by that action. So we know that the child will be contemplating what this teacher is telling me, is it the truth? Or if I stop this, what will also happen to me? So how are we also going to reduce the fear? By also telling the child the importance or the benefits that one will get when one tells the truth. And we can also give ourselves as an example. Then we come to the action stage, the preparation stage, the do stage. We don't want to leave the situation only for the child and concentrate only on the child without visiting the family and try to find out what is actually going on at home. So we also took the opportunity to call the parents, establish a rapport with them, go and visit them to see the atmosphere of also the home. Then probably we'll be able to get something which we can stand on to push the child or advise the child or do something about the situation of the child so that the child can move from that stage where we can also tell the child about the benefits of telling the truth. Then we will not let it end there. Practically, we want to give something to the child also to do, for us to see. So we can ask the child to be writing names. Then we'll see he has friends. Whether the friends, he will try to show them while they are talking or not. Then from that stage, when the child is able to do well, we also encourage and motivate the child. Then from that, we also entrust into the care of the child certain things that are greater, like maybe in charge of all the studies of the class for some while to find out. And also probably when things happen, we will tell him to go and then monitor and bring us the report to see whether the child indeed will tell the truth or present a true picture of what actually happened. Then we want also to make sure that we maintain where we have put the child by also highlighting about the benefits of telling the truth. So this is where I think we reached. And then if my colleagues also have something to add, they can also add. Once we are just one people.
My heart is full of joy. Oh,
wow.
The consequences of telling a lie.
We decided to use Ananias and Sapphira from the Bible for telling lies, and they died. That was what we decided to do.
In fact, they have done. Yeah, say that. In fact, they brought in classwork where the class gave to the students, the child to be, let's say, a class captain to find out whatever he's going to do. Either he's going to shield those friends or openly come out with the truth. And that one will say, oh, I'm part. Say the question. And down for cry now, obey own you up for you to face the consequences. That one is perfect idea. Clap for them. Clap for them.
Something, but I would like you to let all the groups present their discussions before we come out with comments, because as I can see, my daughter also adding some points.
And she said, no, please, we are not inserting anything, but rather she's asking me to come and take the stage, and I said she should mount courage.
Don't worry. You know, we are not awarding marks here. We will award marks to each and every one. So, stage class 2.
Excuse me. I want to chip in this. This topic has been my worry. If you ask
Yes. Hello.
This topic has been my worry. Now you see that in our country now there's no truth in the country. The president is lying. The ministers are lying. Even our pastors, some of them are also lying. If you say the truth, you become what? A charging. As for the presidency, if you say the truth, they give you higher posts. And this has become a worry. Even we the Christians, as if truth has been relegated to the background. And it bothers me a lot. Where are we heading? So our children too, you go to the family and you say that the father is not telling truth to the wife, and the children are picking them. So in our classes or classrooms in the school, let us hammer this so that we can eliminate these lies going on in our country. Thank you.
Our topic was how to deal with a truant child.
You need water.
How to deal with a truant child. And our objective is we sought for the meaning of truant. A truant is a child who doesn't abide by the school rules and regulations, and also somebody who is always absent in school. Our objective is to change this child who is truant to be a child who abides by the school rules and also the teachers' rules and comes to school regularly. And we realize that we have to develop rapport, friendly relations with the child. So when the day that the child will come to school, we have to talk to the child and know the reason why the child doesn't always come to school or is not abiding by the school rules and regulations. And then after developing the rapport with the child, we have to let the child know the consequence of not coming to school or the consequence of not abiding by the school rules and regulations. One is the child can be repeated in class. If you don't come to school, there is no way you will know what has been taught by the teacher to write an exam, so you can fail in the exam, and then you can't be promoted to the next stage. And another thing too is, we have to let the child, we have to ask the child what the person wants to do in future. If the person wants to become a doctor, a teacher, or nurse, or even a doctor, you can't absent yourself from school and become a doctor or a nurse. So you have to let the child know the positive effects of coming to school. That if you want to be a doctor, then it means you have to come to school regularly so that you can become what you want to be in future. And then one way we can help the child achieve this, sometimes they don't come to school because majority of them, they are doing something in the house. So they don't come to school early because I have this student in Form 3, and then the mother has just given birth. So the child has to help the mother sweep the house, cook, help the mother with the house chores before coming to school. So always he will be late, Form 3 morning class. And then when he tells you to, you can't punish the child because the person was helping the mom in the house, doing house chores and everything. So one thing is we have to help the child manage his or her time. You wake up at 5. If you know you have to wash cooking utensils or you know you have to sweep, you know you have to wake up at 5, and then you have to do everything, all these chores, before you come to school. So with helping the child how to manage the time, it is a step to help the child know how to put things in right order so as not to become absent or not go by the school rules and regulations. And one thing too is sometimes those who don't like coming to school is because they don't have interest in coming to school. So sometimes you can give the child a position in the class, let's say a cupboard monitor, a position that will heighten the child's interest to always come to school. So a cupboard monitor, you know you have to come to school, arrange all the books in the class, share the books in the class and everything. So this will heighten the child's interest in coming to school. And as teachers, you have to follow up and make sure that this child always comes to school. Let's say the person always comes to school at 7:30. When the person comes to school after talking to the child, and then the person comes to school at 7:20 the next time, you say, oh, you have done well. This time, you have made a 10-minute progress. So this way it will encourage the child to always come to school early or not to absent him or herself from school. And then after doing all this, you can present the child with a gift or let the person come and take it.